Hello, my gorgeous. And there he goes. Walk mode or run mode. Don't you dare. You can go after him, I don't mind that. There we go. Hello, my boy. Right, good morning everyone. Today is going to be a wonderful day. We are going to be enjoying a walk with Bobcat and Gabby. We're going to be going out into the bigger area, and trust me, you are not going to recognize it from the previous times. The grass has just gone nuts. We've had lots of sightings, lots of buffalo, lots of rhino. The lions are thriving. It's time of plenty here at the sanctuary. Today I'm on a mission. I've got a specific mission. I've been tasked with a mission to get a picture of Gabby very similar to this picture that I got of Bobcat some time ago for a new edition t-shirt. And the other thing that we're going to be discussing is the future of the sanctuary. Many of you have been asking the question, Kev, what will happen when all the lions and other animals pass away? You have this policy of no breeding, you have this policy of not replacing. So what does that mean? Is the sanctuary just going to end? So if you want to know the answer, stick around. It's going to be a nice, interesting video today. Lots on the go, and you'll find out. The lions are all roaring. Go, big boy, Gandhi. Okay, without further ado, let's get to Bobcat and Gabby. They are out and about. Interesting behavior from Bobcat. So I was just filming a bit of the drone just to give you guys a nice perspective, or a different perspective. And normally what happens is he would bound off into the distance, and we'd all have to play catch up. But today he walked down the road and then he went like, oh, wait a moment, where's Kev and Gabs? And so he came back. And then he was like, kind of like, hey man, what's going on? You guys gonna come or what? So that was quite cool to see. Very nice of Bobcat. Gabby's in one of her little moods today. I can see your face. Gabby. Nice. Gabby, nicely. Yeah, you're a little naughty rat from hell. How are your ears? How are your ears, eh? How are your ears? How are your ears? You are naughty. I can see. You're full of it today. Eh? Go boy! Oh! Go boy! So these lions get into what I call a walk mode. Hello my boy. And once they get into walk mode, then it's kind of focus on the walk and we can get going. Hello boy. Oh. And there he goes. Walk mode or run mode. Don't you dare. You can go after him, I don't mind that. Go after him. There we go. Oh, Bobcat. I wish I could do that. I think that's what I need to do is shout at her like that. Maybe she'll listen. It is quite funny. She's just full of fun. Full of fun, Gabs. Gabs are going to let me get a good picture. We have water in the dam. I hope Gabby takes a right turn here. Gabs, you're going to take a right-hand turn, please. Thank you. You know what that means? This way? Yeah. Come this way. Gabs. This way. Come. Come, Gabs. Gabby. Forget about him. Come. This way. Gabby. Gabby. Oh. Come. Come. Gabby. Come. This way. Oh, come on, Gabs. Come on, Gabs. Maybe a picture of you next to the water. Gabby. No, she's following Bobcat. Gabby loving her poop. Ooh, she's off like that. I wish I had my camera out. Time to put the GoPro to one side and get out the SLR and try and get a snap of Gabs. There's the trusty camera. There she goes. So I'm really after a front on picture with her with an intent look in her face. Be nice if her mouth was closed. Gabs. Gabby. So for those of you who think it's easy for me to just snap a pic of the lions because I have access, think again. Get a lion to look at the camera is extremely difficult. It's all about composition, isn't it? It's about telling a story, and for me, a lot of the time it's about what the eyes are saying, and that's when you get an incredible capture. But unfortunately, it's a bit harsh, the light, but it is what it is. You need to do the best with what you have. Conditions are not always going to be ideal. Kev's Photography 101. Hello, my gorgeous. You are a gorgeous girl, yes. We love you, my girlie. Can talk a little bit about the future, because a lot of you have been commenting and writing on my Instagram, Facebook and YouTube. Kev, why don't you want to continue doing what you do? Why don't you want to breed? Why don't you want to take in rescues? And guys, so the reason for not breeding is obvious. Don't want to be breeding lions just to keep in a captive environment. If you actually think about it carefully, what's the point? What is the point of breeding lions to keep them in a captive environment? A lot of people will say, well, it's for education. Well, I think we can educate people just as well without having to have these animals perpetually bred for that purpose. Obviously, the lions that are here in existence, sure, utilize them wherever you can. They do have an educational value. I will argue that until the cows come home, for the people out there who say captive lions have no educational value, of course they do. If I produce a video like today and I say something on the video that captivates or captures somebody's imagination and they learn something about the plight of lions, about lion behavior, about lion conservation, or simply them watching a video of Gabby and I and Bobcat, simply watching a video like this encourages them to want to go and donate to their favorite lion charity, then hey, that's got conservation value. And if the lions in my care contribute by raising funds for specific charities like we did last year, then for sure they have conservation value. Do all captive lions have conservation value? I don't think so, because some of the places that have the lions in captivity don't bother with education. So, you know, if I get a group of school kids through my sanctuary and they all learn something about lions, and one of those school kids decides that they're going to go into conservation, then hell yeah, lions have conservation value that live in captivity. But if I just keep the lions in my care for my own amusement and entertainment, then yeah, obviously not. So it all depends. But does that mean you need to breed lions to continue, educating people by having them in captivity? And the answer, in my humble opinion, is no. You don't need that. So if you have it, use it. But if you don't need it, don't start it. And I always say that to people, and then they go, but that's how you got started, Kev. And I'm like, yeah, it is how it got started, but I've evolved, and also times have changed, and I think one needs to keep up with the times, because we burn through fossil fuels the way we did in the past. Does that mean we shouldn't be exploring solar technologies for a more sustainable future? I think the answer to that one is obvious. So what happens then? All the lions die, all the hyenas die, the leopards die. I have all these really high standard camps. Just what are you going to do? You're going to deconstruct them and put this area back to the wild? Well, guys, yeah, I was actually thinking of doing that. It was pretty much my thinking until last year a certain 5 little smelly spotted cheetah cubs found their way into our lives, and then shortly after that another 3, also known as the Miracle 8. We started to then think about the future, and in consultation with our vet Peter, who many of you will know through previous videos, he was saying to us he's always looking for facilities where animals that have had surgical intervention can rest up and rehabilitate, so they can be released back into the wild. And I was saying to him, that is actually a phenomenal idea and a phenomenal use of our facilities. So the thinking started changing. So with the cheetah, the idea is to raise them to a point where they get released into the wild. Ultimately, that is the end goal. And so that would be the mandate for the animals that come into our care. So that's it, guys. It's a new beginning. It's exciting. That's the future. So it's not going to be overnight. So many of you, they're sitting there going, oh no, it's the end. Don't worry, it's not the end. Yummy, George, Thor, Charlie, Indy, Loli, and Jabari and Nej all got, they only 7, 8, so they still got 10 years. So for sure, it's going to still be quite a while, but you'll notice there's going to be this segue into this rehabilitation arena, if you will. So I'm really, really looking forward to that. I think it's an exciting new chapter. What do you think, Gabs? What do you think, my sweetie? What do you think? All that's left to say is thanks for watching from Gabby myself, and Bobcat. Bye.